Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harrison Ultimate Gaming. I'm Brian Harrison, and welcome to my Minecraft world. I guess this is kind of like a tour too. Eventually, I hope to come on here and just play and maybe you can watch me collect resources and maybe build a bit, stuff like that. But anyway, we're standing out here in front of the church today. Yeah, the church, which was seen in the last tour, but I wanted to show an update to it. Which, yeah. But before we get started on that, I want to remind you to please don't forget to comment, subscribe, leave a like, and hit the bell notification for more videos. I plan to do more videos on Minecraft. I am in the not in the Bedrock edition. I'm in the Xbox One edition for now. I do plan to move this over to the Bedrock edition. There are some exciting things over there. But again, me and my woman came and played on this originally because of the um, Caves and Cliffs update. It crashed our world, and then we started another world, and that didn't do very well either. We thought we were going crazy. We were losing stuff. Or stuff was happening, and like one time the game almost just completely crashed, froze because she was out clearing land, and when you get up to a point where you can do it fast, we kind of clear fast. So in this one we can clear and do fairly well. Well, yeah. So we ended up back on this one, but this map, just to give you a little bit, and I did try it. I think I told you in the last tour. This map had started. I had started it because I wanted a forest, and this has a huge forest, which is mostly chopped down by now, but it had a huge forest, and so we started this and moved it originally over to the Xbox One edition or the Bedrock from the Xbox One to Bedrock, and it had nothing built on it. And then we eventually came back, said we just want to build. We usually build around Christmas season a lot. I do some during the year, but we do especially a lot more during the Christmas season because we listen to Christmas music. And so that's why we do that. We just play this game. Well, we couldn't play the Bedrock because of all the problems it was having. And then I had a friend call me and tell me, hey, I just built this building. I want to say he built a castle, but I may be wrong. But if he ever watches this, he can correct me, and I may correct myself. But it was something, I want to say it was a castle. And he thought, he went away and then came back on and found out his castle was completely gone. And he called, and I said, well, there's been stuff problems, and I didn't know about that, but we left before. We'd lost some smaller things, and we hadn't lost whole buildings, though. I did go on, though, after that just to see in our old world, and oh boy, it was not doing very well. And yes, I built something simple just to see, and I came back, it was completely gone, like it never existed. So, this led me to play this world, and so I've been really excited. I really like the Bedrock edition. I like this edition. It does bring me some nostalgia, but I like the Bedrock edition because there's so much that can go on there. There's so much you can do now. So it's cool color blocks and stuff. But there is something with this edition that I like too. I just like playing Minecraft, and I just like a game I can play without worrying about losing stuff or having all these problems. So, that's enough of me ranting, or enough of me talking, or whatever you want to call it. But here we go. Let's see if I can get out of this view. Okay, see, I got my enchanted sword. I died to lava last night. And I did play last night because I was going to clear some land. Well, clear land under. I'll show you. I'll show you. But here, I finished the glass. I just put blue in. I wasn't going to fight getting all these weird colors and trying to put this in. So I just put blue in, and I kind of like it. It's still stained glass. I mean, when I remember the Xbox 360 era, and I don't know if anyone want to comment on this, but I remember when we didn't have colored glass, and actually I think PC got colored glass before we did. I want to say they did, and it was kind of always like one of those things. Like, it was disappointing because I started out on the console edition. I started out on the Xbox 360, and I played during my college. Even actually, sort of after college a bit. So, because I like the fact that I could build. I've always wanted to build a game. So, I happened to play. I got thrown into a Hunger game with some family, and I died a lot. Part of the reason why I died a lot is I I it depends on the fighting game. I'm okay. I'm not that great. But the main thing is I was so amazed by what was like, wow, people built this? In a game? Games weren't exactly that build. The only games I messed with that involved any building was The Sims, any city type builders, which you didn't actually just place blocks down, the city grew, but it still had you still could grow your own city your own way, but it didn't involve doing this type of stuff. Building like you build could build a church. I built this church. So yeah, but yeah, the stained glass is in. I still missing like the stage and the chairs I want to put in and stuff. I haven't decided when I'm going to move over to the Bedrock edition. Okay, I haven't. It's kind of not been a full decision. This is the mall. I know we've been through this, but there's not much that's changed in here yet. There's not even a new shop yet. I have a friend who plays, so I'm waiting to see if he'll put a shop in. It's there. There's the battle arena that hasn't changed. The little mini coliseum, if you want to call it that. A fun fact about coliseums. Actually, the Coliseum, which that's how we know it today, is the only really big structure. But they did build a lot around one similar to Coliseum. They had built some before then, just not as big, and that's why it was. That's why we call it the Coliseum and all that. Anyway, they had built many round structures. Here's the. If you watch my other video, go ahead and watch it. If you're new or if you're old, if you've seen it, you can either rewatch it or say I've watched it. You know, this is the Midgard shopping market. So this is the shopping market, and then this is the spawn shopping mall, and then there's buildings in there, and then this is the community um, stable, which we could have horses. As far as I know, in the Xbox One, we're limited on how many horses we have. So in this community, we share them. We only have one right now anyway, so no one's using it. We just happen to find one, and then it's supposed to be connected with the shopping mall, where you could buy some goods and maybe use a donkey for. Well, they can use it for bringing goods from mines or anything like that. But this is kind of with in the community, and if we did move it over to Bedrock Edition, um, there's a lot of new stuff on there. I may talk about it later. I'm not sure. I probably should bring it up since it's already well known. There's a thing called add-ons. Okay, so we're just gonna run through here. I mean, you've seen this. The new area, like this is the hotel motel. This is the community. I like this. It's Midgard Community Spawn Hotel. That's what we call it. It's the difference between the community hotels in this world and an actual personal hotel that someone runs. Is this one is you're on your own. You have to bring your own food. The only thing that's provided to you when we put them in here is and bed and possibly a chest. So we can probably put 2 chests here. Probably put 4 if we really want to. Anyway, stuff like that. Really, that's what's really only provided. It's not meant for. You could stay during an event or a long term. Let's say there's a fighting in the arena. People may want to come and stay here as long as there's room. That's what it is. First comes, first serve. If it fills up, it fills up. So that's kind of cool. But there's a thing on the Bedrock Edition, which I have quite a few of them. So it's going to be a whole new world for us when we move over to there, called add-ons. And add-ons are really kind of cool. I really do like the idea of add-ons. We're going through this housing just to kind of show you. We're kind of slowing down so I can talk about add-ons, I guess. But yeah, and so I have quite a few that are ready to go. I just don't trust the new version. I don't trust Bedrock. Bedrock is kind of unstable. It seems to be better now in some ways, but there's things that kind of remind me, how long is that going to last? And it's not perfect yet. I feel like it's still kind of. Yeah, see, this is the hospital. I gotta finish this. So okay, I'll tell you my goal for this. My goal is to get ready for that edition. If I stay longer here, depending on how long I stay here, my goal is to try to finish at least this section of the city, especially like the hospital. I need to actually fill in the inside, make it look like it's actually a hospital. The fire station, which is below the hospital, which that's how it started out. It started out with the fire station, and then I built onto it. Okay, now This did come from some. This did come from one person. Now, this building did not. The fire station did. Well, as you can tell, if you look at him, mine's different. Okay, so it's partly mine. Okay, because I extended it, made it even bigger, even the hospital. But it's a 15-minute build by. I want to say, is it by Wells Knight? Yeah, I think it was Wells Knight. Um, but but the fire station is only true to his build, except for the upper part stuff. You know, like I added, you can see I added a second story, which connects to the hospital. The hospital is his, but I looked at it and widened it to fit a little bit bigger for the hospital. It's more of a small medical center. Which, if you have a small town or stuff, it's kind of cool to have small builds because sometimes I would like to build a village, and that's one of my goals. That's why I think I want to come back on here and build. I was trying to start a series, Minecraft series for the PS4, where I would play. Um, well, I just play and build on a village, and I did find I had a village, and I was going to build on it. But I play on two. I play on Realms right now, so it's kind of hard to do three Minecraft worlds and do good. And I'd rather do good with something like this. I've already been building, and I've had my woman's there, my friends there. I could still build a village. I could still take the same concept I had and move it all forward after I build onto this and make this the starting capital. This is the spawn capital, Midgard. The spawn city. Okay. Anyway, if you watch my old Xbox 360 version, which is in old gameplay list, it's called Ferrison Country because that's what we called it. It was a combination of me and a couple of friends. The two friends were married. Now I'm going to call this probably as it grows the Catalonian Empire. And Catalonians came from an old medieval, era. Oh, by the way, the reason why I stopped here is there's decorations. So I added the decorations, the flowers, and you can see all along. If you watch my last tutorial, all this was built. Like that was built. I showed that. I still need to do some inside stuff. It's more like bigger apartments or something. It was supposed to be for like governmental workers. I don't know. It may just be more like bigger apartments for people. I'll have to figure that out more. But there's no one taking them, so it's just there. But there can be people living here. There's plenty of housing here. Uh, Besides a few houses and stuff inside the city, I plan to grow more. And then there's my woman's shop. There's my shop. And then, oh yeah, not only my shop, we also do real estate, by the way, so helping people get set up. Uh, Here's some shopping markets. Here's a little shopping a stall, or yeah, I think it's just a stall. So yeah, yep. There's plenty of shops, plenty of places to set up. And then in the last, I think I want to say I did showed off the wheat or pumpkin, wheat, sort of. Here, sugarcane, for instance. Plenty of sugarcane for books, sugar. That's the whole point. So people don't have an excuse to starve in this community. That's the other thing. I want to really build like this as a working city where there's going to be farms. There's going to be all this stuff for people to live here, and there already is. Like carrots, we're growing carrots here. So I showed off most of this. I should have said. Let's see. There's watermelon in this one. That's an easy food source in this game. Once you get that set up, yeah, you just have to cut it. You got plenty of food. So like I said, and this is like 4 stories. I want to say. Yeah, 4 stories. We're going to go. I've been in them, but we're going to go to the real one. We're going to go to is over here. I think I showed this off. I think this is the potato farm, by the way, and then it goes up 3 more stories. All right, I'll show you on this one. Let's go on this one. This is the beet farm. This is the last greenhouse I built. Is there a few more things I could grow? Yes, I plan to either grow them underground or do something different. But right now, this is where I've stopped for growing greenhouses. This is beets, all beets, and guess what? More beets. Okay, and plenty of beet soup. More beets. Okay, so there's no excuse, and no excuse not to starve in this country. Okay, because this is all community. This is community. This is not personal. This is all people can come here as long as they, hey, I need food. Point them to the community farm. This is where it all happens. So here's more beets. Even the top. And if you look at, you can see. I'll jump up. I'm sorry if this is annoying you, but I'm gonna jump up and you can see all the farming going on the rooftops too. Now see, there's a tower over there. You can see just to outline the distance. The glass is finished in that. You watch the first video. I do show it off a little bit. I'm not finished with the inside. I do plan to go out and finish the inside. I have not done a lot out there in recent, except going down to the mine and finding some diamonds so I could do some things. I plan to work on the inside of this town or walled off area, and I'll show you that walled off area is finished. But I decide to work on here until I'm pretty much finished. Then I can start working on stuff like that tower, finishing the tower on the inside and all that. The building, the structure is finished. Just the inside isn't finished. So there you go. Now if you notice, I finished the wall, and then I'll come down here and you see the gatehouse there. I should have come out here earlier, but I was fascinated with my farms. See, another gatehouse. So this section is finished. It's walled off. It's completely finished and walled off. It's all decorated on the inside. This took time. I mean, here you go. See flowers. I kind of like beautiful stuff. Make your city kind of look nice and green, I guess, or alive. I mean, I have my way of doing things. I've seen some cool stuff. I don't like unwalled cities. I kind of, people go, I love to see the mine colonies because I'd love to do it for myself because I'd build a wall for them because their villagers are always constantly dying. And, it's just like, build a wall for them. They'll be fine. And have some guards inside them. They'll survive. Anyway, so there's the bee. This is the tree farm, by the way. See, I'm cutting down birch right now. The big planters are for the bigger trees. Mostly, I'll probably put dark oak here. But I could put spruce and jungle, and then dark oak. I'm probably going to put dark oak for the most part. Birch does not grow like those huge trees like you can get with spruce, dark oak, and jungle. Yeah. Anyway, and here's and it's all lit up. You can tell, so nothing spawns in here. I know it's crazy, but I had a method, but it sort of worked. Anyway, and here's the sawmill. You can enter. I can enter over there. I'll enter over here. I guess it's a little sawmill. I got off of a tutorial. It was kind of cool. You could type in sawmill. Just type in sawmill, and you can probably find this one. But I do like to kind of add my own twist to things, so it's not exact. That's why I don't. I'll say yes, I got it from here, but sometimes I'm going to say, I found out I could add these two buildings together, look kind of cool and stuff like that. I like to do that, kind of like what I did with the hospital and fire station. I made it my own. So sometimes I do that, not all the time, or I change little bits here and there, but it's but it's still cool. This is cool. Oh, little sawmill. And then this area, added some logs to make it look like they could be sawed up. Now this I did build myself. This is 100% me. I prefer anymore when I do builds as like a 5x5 building system. Andy's Yoda does a lot of that, and I liked a lot of what he did, so I kind of based a lot of my stuff off the 5x5 building system. Where you can build like easy 5x5 buildings and add on to them, make them your own. This is the wood storage tree where we could store saplings for cutting down. Right now I just kind of have it on one side. I guess I could do more, but I needed a place for storing trees. See, so I don't even think I have any of the other trees in here yet. I don't even think I grew much of the other trees in here. So yeah, and we're safe inside the city. I'm not even worried. I mean, if it gets night, you'll see it gets night. I don't even go to sleep. I mean, why do we even have phantoms in this version? You can see I have my stone sword and some tools I had to rebuild. And I had a stone sword for a while until I enchanted my iron sword, new iron sword. See, I'm getting there. I'm getting there again. But eventually, I'd like to get diamond. I'll show you where I died. It was stupid because I felt like it was a glitch, and that part was a glitch in the game. I just have to slow down because I like to clear out areas fast. I'll show you what I do. Alright, so we're going back to me and my woman's, which will be our home. Problem is, it hasn't been our home because I focused on building all this stuff, and I haven't focused on our home. Now I'm focusing on our home more, so I can finish that up, and that's part of my plan is to finish this whole walled-in area. and this is part of that walled-in area, and that's our home. And this is our little stable. If we ever have horses, if we move over to New Bedrock Edition, we probably would put horses in here. But there's so much because I have some of the add-ons. One thing I will tell you about the add-on, one thing that will change, and it will. I don't want to get people excited about it and say I'm going to do it, and then it doesn't happen for a while. That's why I didn't want to talk too much about them. But I will say there's a crop add-on, the farming add-on that adds tons of new crops. So when we get over there, besides the new crops Minecraft added, which was like the berries and the and the kelp, and because we don't have aquatic on this one. Oh yeah, by the way, this is what I've dug out. So it goes around, and I'm gonna put farms down here, and yeah, you'll see what happens when I built this. I've built Brock like this so many times in the world because I like this big building because I could do a lot. I've actually filled it out to where, I've had certain sections or certain things. Yeah, or yeah. Now this one you'll see I may not. I'll just do mostly farming in this one, and then surviving, and then I probably will build a new house with the new version because I have furniture add-on. I have all kinds of add-ons I would like to use. So when I get to that version, but this is where I was clearing out. See, there's lava. This is where I died. Is over in this area because somehow I put the water down and then it usually turns into obsidian. Well, I moved forward because that's how I do it. I move forward. It's just and I somehow died because apparently it didn't register it in time, even though it should have registered it a lot sooner, because it usually does. And I somehow slipped through and died permanently under there. That kind of, I ended up quitting after a while. I fished for a bit to try to get to get my green things up. You can see I'm trying to do that right now. See, fishing, and yeah, yeah. And so I eventually quit after I got my sword mostly enchanted. I kind of quit. Said, I'm done for the night. I need to just sleep, and I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it today. So I'll probably do more of this today. But see, this is what I'm doing. I'm clearing out. I'm almost to the bedrock. This part is going to be a little higher. There's actually going to be a fishing pond down here for my woman to fish and for me, because we both like to fish so we can get mending books and get green things and fish up stuff. And you can see right here. See, I'm almost. See, there's that stone. I can go down here. See, go down the ladder. It's not very far down now. But see where bedrock. This is where the floor is going to be, where this brick stone is. And once we get down there, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels to go. And actually, we have more if I'm being honest, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus a little bit here. And then, of course, the floor has to be pulled out and put in a new floor. But to actually clear out the levels, we only have 4 official, but because this one's getting there. See, it's not 4.5 or something like that. But anyway, yeah. And yeah, plus, and you can see gold. See, there's gold there. And then there's redstone, which we will pull out when we pull out the floor. Redstone. I got plenty of redstone. I'm not too worried about it. I like redstone. It's not like, it can get, eventually once you get redstone, you're like, man, there's so much of it. But if you use it for rails, and I'm going to put in a rail station and all this other stuff, so people transport and all that, yeah, redstone you can end up using a lot of it eventually. But yeah, that's where it is. That's where it's at. Yeah. I'll probably just do some fishing today, later. Just try to build back up and re-enchant that. Oh, and re-enchant my diamond pickaxe because I lost a lot over there. It was dumb. And so at least wasn't wearing diamond armor doing it. I didn't have enchanted armor, but I still felt like I lost a lot. So that's what it is, I guess. But I am determined to finish this section of the city. So that's why I didn't want to say, hey, yes, I do plan on moving to Bedrock. I'm building this up so I can move to Bedrock. Okay, to new Bedrock and have the new cool add-ons. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff I have. There's dragons to make a few furniture type stuff, tools I could use, newer weapons, stuff like that. I think that I'm going to try to get. I'm not going to be able to get all of them. Some of them I don't care for too much. But I probably gonna have quite a few of them as they come out. I hope they do stuff like the small ship mods, stuff like that. So they're starting to become more like Java or more like what PC was doing, where you can have, but they call them add-ons instead of, and there's quite a few free ones. If you're ever interested and you're on Bedrock, just download the free ones. Even if you don't play the game right away, download the free ones. You'll have them when you move your world over or when you start. If you're not playing in that version, like I said, the only reason why I'm not playing in that version is because I want it to be stable before I decide to move it over. Now, this is what's going to happen. Okay, I gotta. Oh yeah, this is my. I showed this off, but I'll show it off again. This is my automatic smelter. This is my idea of the Industrial Revolution, sort of. Actually, the Industrial Revolution is more going to happen towards the add-ons. That's where the true Industrial Revolution is going to happen. But Minecraft, in some ways, can have its own when you start setting up these automatic furnaces and you start heating up. You're producing mass amounts, a quantity of material. So it's a mini Industrial Revolution, I would say. Actually, I could set up a factory, and I set up one time in a world where I had a ton of those, and I was smelting. But I also set up a 50-minute build again from Wells Night. I think it's Wells Night. I want to say it's, yeah, I say Wells Night if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, 50-minute build. You could see it, and he does quite a few of them, but. He had a bigger automatic furnace, and I did 2 of those one time. I did the first one, then I did a second one, and I was running a farm, and it was awesome to have that. I had planned to build those again, but we'll see. You can build a factory if you of that type of stuff, and then just leave it and have it smelting, and you can smell. So Minecraft, in some ways, can have that type of industrial revolution. Is still considered industrial revolution to me. But when I do move to the new version, it will be, I would say, be even more of an industrial revolution there. That's yeah, that's what it's going to end up being. Anyway, so yeah, it's nighttime. But what was I trying to say? I was trying to get up here and say something. Oh, anyway, I know what I was trying to say. I'm losing my mind already. What I'm trying to say is, I'm gonna move. If I do move over there, I will let you know that it will only last as long as the game is stable. So I'm hoping if the game stables out better and I can trust the version, so then I'll move over. That's the whole point. That's why I want to prepare this area, so when I move over, it's finished. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's finished now. At least the buildings will be finished. I don't know about the insides. The insides, if I can finish them, I probably will just finish them. It depends how long that game. But if I can move over, and I'm like, oh wow, I can move over, and I can trust this, then I'll move over sooner. And you'll know as I do it. So, but I'm doing this. If I do move over, I'm also doing it with the fact of the matter that it may not last long. Let's say it lasts forever, or then that's good. I'll stay there forever. Let's say it lasts, but not really long, and it crashes, and I lose that world. Well, I'll come back to this one. Sorry, that's just how it's gonna be, and it's just the way of the game, I guess. Oh, this is spawn here that I'm walking towards, but there's the tower here. You know what? Let's get inside here because I can see the tower better from here anyway. Yeah, the glass is finished. It's green. You can tell. I can tell anyway. I hope you can see it. You can see it, I think, a bit. But it's green. Because cactus. I had cactus. It was easy. I have an automatic cactus farm. I did not start out that with the automatic cactus farm. I set up some cactus, and I chopped them down. Well, then I took those same cactus and built finally said, hey, I need to do this, and built the automatic farm. Now, the cactus was used a lot. Now the cactus is starting to build up. It's not because it's not used for the green dye for this glass. Because I didn't want clear glass. See, because most of the stuff except for like the church has stained glass. That's clear. That's clear. That's clear. There's a creeper on the roof there. That's not good. Yeah. Clear. I may have to go figure that out. See if there's a reason why he's up on that roof. Yeah. So it's crazy. Anyway, I may have to go fix that. But it's just here. Let's go to bed. I may have to fix that after this video. But it's gonna take time. I may come. I'm gonna try to come on here every Monday. That's my goal. My goal is I can't promise it 100%. If I'm able to, I will. Partly because I am still dealing with some of my medical stuff. I have genetic issues with my heart, and so I'm dealing with that right now, and that depends on if I feel good that day or that week. As I was going strong for a while until I was getting, having to travel a bit for my heart condition, so it wore me out. I'm really sorry about that. I can't do anything about it. The specialist I have to go see don't live in my area, even though I did quite a bit starting out here. I had to go to where there are more specialists and certain specialists that we don't have very many of, apparently. And he's only in Spokane, or only in Spokane. I live in the state of Washington, but it's kind of so taking that type of trip wears me out, and doing all this stuff wears me out a bit. And I learned a lot about my heart and my condition and stuff like that. That even simple things of doing simple home tasks can wear me out, which I do. I try to clean and stuff, but sometimes I find myself it takes a lot longer, and I wear out easily. And I can wear out easily. Some days I don't. Some days I do, because of the way my heart functions and the genetic issues with my heart. I could never run a marathon. Let's put it that way. I could never uh, do the hard work. So I'm obviously on disability and I was on disability since basically I was born. So I mean, it kind of sucks in a way, but it can be a blessing, and it can give me an opportunity to do this. At least I get to do something, and that's what I enjoy. Hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, I get to have this time. I'm gonna build the city. I'll probably do a lot of cool things in this city. The city will probably be multicultural city besides its spawn and capital, and multicultural in the way that we have tons of buildings. I already have Romanesque buildings. This is a modern house. There's medieval builds. There's the mall is modern. There's shops over there. There's, I think, a medieval in the shopping mall. There's like a medieval from the medieval book, the tavern and inn thing, but I just made it a tavern. But it's not a tavern anymore. It's a building right now. It could be anything. It's a shop. It's an available shop. And then I have, you saw, I have, some medieval style stuff, some modern style stuff that, I'm not afraid to build what I feel like building and enjoy it and build different builds, stuff like that, Yeah. Anyway, let me get to a better view. So looks like I'm actually talking. Here we go. Let's get my sword. I love my sword. See? Sword. Woohoo! Alright, anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I plan to try to do this every Monday. I try to do videos every day of the week. Monday, I used to do like other stuff for other channels I have. You can check them out by just hitting my Harrison Ultimate Gaming name or icon, I want to say, and it should bring you to the homepage. And you just scroll down, and you should see that there's other channels like iHome Entertainment. This one, obviously, which you'd already be on if you're watching this, and then there'd be like a Lego one, which I don't have a lot of space for, but I do just kind of display some of the Lego cars I've gotten. Um, I think I even built one on camera, which is the Mustang, and so I can't do it right now because uh, we have the AC on. It's been hot and cold, and lately it's been pretty warm for me to have the AC on, and so I kind of need it sometimes, especially with the way my heart acts and stuff like that too. But hey, it's what it is. So Mondays right now for the summer, and for quite a few months, it'd probably be, I want to say, if I can, 4 or 5 months, as long as I don't have to go do something involving my heart, which I will towards the end of the year, sort of, or not exactly towards the end of the year. One is September, and then one deal in June. So, but if I can, I'll do it a video every Monday, at least on Minecraft, and then I do my GTA and Star Wars racing during the rest of the week, and eventually when those get finished or slow down, one of them will get finished. The racer one will eventually finish, and then the GTA will eventually slow down. I'll probably do other videos if I can, but I may have to play it by ear and see do I continue producing videos. I'm gonna try to do as much videos as I can, but I can't promise that. It depends on the week and how I'm doing. But anyway, I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. And hopefully next time it won't be touring. I think I'll call this tour 2. Next time I hope maybe I could go out and build I want to go out and build a fishing dock, or well, a fishing retreat area where I could get away from the city. Maybe I'll talk to my woman about it, see what she thinks. She wants us to have a bit of vacation island there. Vacation island, I do know that. Uh, Maybe we'll eventually head out that way. I have to build a road though if I do, so that's a project that I'm kind of holding off on because I really want to finish this up so I can move it over to the new edition. But that all depends on her too, and it doesn't all depend on her. It kind of depends on me too, but it does depend on her a little bit because we play together so often on the couch together, and we enjoy being together. So in that addition, that's the other problem I had with Bedrock is sometimes it didn't like us playing. It had a hard time with us playing together. So we'll play it by ear. We'll see how the game goes. But for now, at least I do it on this one. There's no reason for me to continue and hope to move forward. And if I move forward, I'll just have a lot more cooler stuff to work with, and I do want that. So I hope you enjoyed the videos. Sorry for this long video. I still hope you will comment and subscribe and leave a like. Please leave a comment. Uh, if you can, would you like to see me go out even? And I may not go out far. There is a place I could go out that's not terribly far from this city. Because it's a huge lake. Basically, it could almost be called maybe a sea in Minecraft, but it's basically a huge. Yeah, I guess we could call it a little sea if you really want to go into the sizing of stuff. But there is a place, and I may be able to go over by boat. That would be the easiest, and just because you want to put this in the water anyway and build like maybe a small fishing retreat. I've looked around, but I would have to look around a little more. Maybe I could do a video on that sometime. Anyway, now I could do more Minecraft videos. It kind of depends on how I feel and do that day. So we'll see. But look forward to more videos. But for now, please leave. Like I said, please leave a comment and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.